Flip the switch, light the fire, ideas spinning higher, higher. Testing melting shapes take form. Welcome to the stream. Do it 3D and laser dream. Cut it, carve it, build a scene. Welcome to the stream. Lines of code, sparks that fly. Layers stacking, reaching sky. Mistakes happen, we don't cry. We learn, we teach, we play. Together every day. Welcome to the stream. Do it 3D and laser dream. Cut it, carve it, build the same. Welcome to the stream. What will we make today? What will the lasers say? Engraving shadows bright, crafting through the night. Welcome to the stream. Do it 3D and laser dream. Cut it, carve it, build the same. Welcome to the
Polymaker, you're the filament king, building dreams with every string. Mom-board laser, cutting so clean. XTool sparks the maker's dream. Thank you, you're the best, turning ideas into success. Polymaker, mom-board, XTool too. This jingle's just for you. Polymaker.
Hang on 1 second, I've got to fix what's going on with my microphone here. Be on now. This has got to be working now. It's working. Yay! I know I had it for a second. I switched to a different microphone. I switched to a different microphone, and for some reason, my transmitter, which is in my pocket, got shut off. So, oh, yeah, I think it was a Sunfire. It was on. Maybe when I put it in my pocket, I sat down and I pushed it against all the other crap that I have in my pocket. Hang on, let me take all this out. Maybe I pushed it against some of all that other crap that's in my pocket, including this, and it hit the power button or something. Anyways, I think we're good. I think we're good. Let's go say hello to who is here. I'm going to scroll all the way up to the top of chat and try to say hi to everybody. DWIT 3D and Laser is here. Hey, how are, oh, that's me. Oh, sorry. Another CG is here. 3DHP Jerry. Jerry, my friend. Glad to see you always. Thank you always for everything you do. Greenbeard is here. Guy the Jedi is here. Zybertech is here. The Ranch Kid is here. Let's see if I can catch everybody. Guy the Jedi, I already said. David Walton is here. Andrew Humphrey, the Class Clown, is here. You're going to be stuck with that for life, Andrew Humphrey. Mark Flanagan is here. Hello, Mark. 3D Medic Vince is here. Andy Visley, and everybody's saying they can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Who have I forgotten? Who did I miss? Who am I going to piss off tonight? Cosbricks is here. Cosbricks, I see. Nick is here. And if I say your name twice, it just means you're extra special. Dominatron is here. Dominatarian is here. Raj D is here. Birdman Anyweather. Oh, I like that. Birdman Anyweather. I like that. Is here. Steve Alpha is here. And I think I've got everything else. Hi again, the Ranch Kid. There we go. I think I've got everything else. I think I've got everybody. Hey, well, welcome to the stream, you guys. Sorry about last week. Last week I had some technical difficulties with my large monitor here. And yeah, I've got a small monitor here, but I'm set up so that I really need both of these monitors in my life in order for me to successfully stream. So to me, that was the universe saying, take a night off. And so I did. I took the night off. But yeah, it was, that's what she said. There you go. So yeah, we've got nothing special planned for tonight. We're going to do some winging it. I'm thinking I'm going to get back into maybe 3D printing something. I've got the power now fired up to my printers over here. I'm probably want to unbox and have a look at this. I want to get this rotary set up and running, which is for my XTool S1. This is the rotary that is brand new in the box. So I want to look at that. I want to discuss a 3D print project that I've been working on and a filament that I was really surprised about. If you were on Jerry's stream yesterday, you would have seen me talking about that. I want to discuss my CO2 laser and what we've got going on this thing so far. I've got this thing finally tweaked. I have not figured out the angle issue, but I do have it tweaked now, so I'm getting maximum power out of it, and I'm able to cut some acrylic pretty fast. And also, if let's see if he does pop on today. If Mr. Ferguson pops on the chat today, he was the winner of our keychain giveaway for July. I want to see if he'll give me permission to show the keychain I made for him, and also I'm maybe cut another one live for him. So I don't see why he wouldn't allow that, but we'll see. But we'll see if he shows up on chat tonight. That's Brent Ferguson. I haven't seen him on yet, but we will see. But just in the matter of privacy, etc., I just don't want to show anything of somebody's unless they give me the okay to do so. So there we go. So it looks like we have 31 participants. First of all, let me talk to you about a little project that I had going at the full-time business. And I'm going to talk about it because I think it speaks volumes to the Polymaker Filament. And I'll give him a holler to pop in. Sounds good, Andrew. So I had a customer come to me. It's a customer, they were looking for a 3D printing solution to this. This is basically a hollowed out piece of, somebody on Jerry's stream yesterday told me what this material was, and I cannot remember for the life of me what this material is again. But it's a very hard material that starts out as a solid piece, and then it gets machined into you know, the hollowed out piece in the middle, and then you have these little slots, 4 slots on the outer perimeter, because what happens is this thing goes onto a shaft, and this thing gets hammered down. First of all, I believe it's either a bearing or an O-ring of sorts that gets placed inside on that ledge that you see there on the inside of this piece. Then it gets placed down on a shaft, and then this thing gets hammered down onto that shaft to push that O-ring into place on that shaft. Not Teflon, it was Durlin. Thank you, Greenbeard. Delrin. Solid Delrin. It's a good heavy piece. It's at least a half a kilogram. So yeah, this gets hammered down, boom, 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 until that O-ring, or I'm pretty sure it's an O-ring, they said. It's a metal O-ring. It gets put onto that shaft, boom, until it clips into place, then they pull it up. Well, these parts here, the reason that it's got the slits on the side is these things here expand, he said about 5 millimeters or so, that these things get spread apart as they get hammered down onto this shaft. And so he wanted a 3D printing solution. Well, anybody who knows anything about 3D printing and design knows that there are design challenges. Not a design challenge. This was super easy to design. I am going to make a little video of it later, and all I've done is a few screen captures of the design, because really you're dealing with a couple circles, some extrusions, and some, you know, some circular patterns going around to create those 4 slots. It was like a 10-minute design, if that. And nice thick walls, 6 or 12. I think they're 6 millimeter thick walls. I had decided on this 6 millimeter thick. I think they're 6 millimeter thick walls, which makes the wall down below 12 millimeters thick. And then for about the bottom inch and a bit of this, it's solid. It is solid, like thick, thick, thick. So, anyways. The main thing was it needed strength. So I designed it in Fusion, printed a prototype out. Very lightweight prototype with minimal infill. And of course, you know, when you print it out, you say, oh, well, just for fun, how far apart will these spread? Well, they don't spread too far apart before, of course, you get a snap on the layer line. But the main purpose of this was to get a prototype of this to ensure that I had the correct height, that I had the correct wall thickness, and I had the correct diameter, and that I had the correct slots in the side, in the right distance and everything, and that the inside looked all pretty much the same, and it did. Shear force limitations, exactly, another CG. So I get on a video call with my buddies over at Polymaker, specifically Nicholas at Polymaker. He gets on and we have a long chat. I had another project to work on, but that one I can't discuss right now. I'm under an NDA after my chat with Nicholas, so we can't discuss that at all, other than what I just said. But during that process, he led me to a filament. This is the final print that I've got to give my customer to do a test. Now let's just see if anybody can kind of guess what filament this is before I tell you what filament this is. Because this is the last filament that I would have ever steered my mind towards. Jerry, you know, so no cheating. Nope, not polycarbonate, but this is the last one I would have steered my mind towards at all. This has now, if it works, I don't know. We haven't worked it yet. Jerry, I said, don't spill the beans. I said, you know. You bugger. That's okay. TPU, Polymaker TPU 95HF, HS. Nylon was a thought. Polycarbonate was a thought, but you're still going to have the issue with the breakage because of the force of this thing going in and because of the way the layer lines are oriented. Okay, this one, I would have never thought TPU, but you have 6 millimeter thick walls, okay? So, and the layer adhesion on this stuff is incredible. Yes, they bend out easier, but they bend, which is the main thing. But they're not bending as easy down at the 12 millimeter thick walls, which is going to help push that O-ring on. And the other thing is that this thing, apologies upstairs for the noise I'm going to make. I've done this, I did this on Jerry's stream, I did this at the office, I'll do it without holding, but this thing, I took a hammer to a lot, and I'm hitting it hard. It's hard on the hand, and even on here, I'm hitting this really hard. Sorry, One more. I'm hitting that really hard just to demonstrate how strong this is. That is not, here, let me switch to this camera. If I turn it on, I'm hitting that thing with a lot of force. I could take a sledgehammer and do the same thing. That is not, hang on, that's a bit bright. Let's darken that up a bit. Other way? Why is it not darkening up a bit here? My camera's being funky here. Yeah, hang on a sec. What the heck is going on here? Why are you not? There we go. That's what I want to see. All my hammering that I've done in demos in this, it's not even leaving a dent. It's not even leaving a mark from the hammer on this surface at all. I mean, mind you, we have this much right down to there, 100% infill up to about there, maybe right about, you can kind of see where the infill stays at 100%. Not only is it not marking this at all from a no dent, not even, as I say, not even a scratch from the hammer. It's not cracking anything. These things are not spreading. I think this may be, just imagine if you added a thin metal plate. Yeah, I think this may be the tool that'll work for them. So I brought this home to show on the channel. I brought this home to do some, I'll get some B-roll video off of what I just did. But then I am this week going to have the customer pick this up and try. The reason they wanted to come to me, I cannot for the life of me, I don't know, I don't know why he would tell me an incorrect number, but my customer says that from their manufacturer, they pay over $2,000 Canadian for this piece. Okay, hey OneRaz, hey 3D&T Printing. So 2,000 plus Canadian, which is what, 1,500 US or more. It was over $2,000 they pay for this piece. I'm not going to charge him $2,000 for this piece. I will make good money on this piece if it works. I told him, take it, try it. If it doesn't work, you're not paying the full price for it. I'm hoping it works based on the abuse that I have been giving this, even on the side. I give this a lot, and it's not budging. So this was, I never would have gone to this filament had I not had that chat with Nick. So Nick, if you watch this video, thank you. I hope this is going to work. The customer's going to be testing this. It'll be handed off to him next week and we'll try. The other project involves a more precise threaded piece that's going to be under a lot of torsion and so forth. And that is another piece I'm working on for the same customer. But that is something that will be discussed when I'm able to discuss it. So there we go. Specialty use case limit production, no doubt limited manufacturing to captive market. Yeah, well, it's a railway repair company. So maybe they're axles that for trains that they're putting O-rings or bearings on, and they have to push this on because it has to get on there so tight. I don't know, but all I know is that that's an expensive part for a piece of Delrin, I think they called it. Yeah, and being milled out, but. I have a guy here locally that works with Delrin that he could probably provide these for a lot less. But if I can give him a 3D printed solution that is a fraction of the cost he's paying for those, even if this lasts him 2 months and he goes through 6 a year, it's probably going to be the cost of one of those that I don't know how long they last him, but hey. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about that and show you guys these three pieces and talk about the unexpected use of this TPU 95HF from Polymaker, and that I will follow up. I will be following up with if this works for the customer or not, because that opens a lot of doors for for prototype manufacturing and for actual taking this isn't really molded injection molded, but it's another manufacturing process that could be taken over or done in 3D printing instead at a fraction of the cost. So there we go. Okay, with that said, you guys are used to me talking about a Polymaker draw by now. We are going to do a Polymaker draw tonight, but we're doing it a little different. I'm using instead of our regular entry, we're going to be using the Nightbot entry. I'll give you a quick brief peek at it. I'm going to give you a keyword to enter a little bit later. You've got to be on stream to win. Here is the display. So it's going to basically, here's the chat that's showing up on the screen. You can see you have the chat on the right side here. Okay, and when you do enter the word I'm going to give you to use to enter, your name is going to be showing up here, showing that you have entered. Now, one thing I want to tell everybody, and I'll mention this again as we get further into the stream, is being a subscriber to my stream has its rewards. And here is one of the rewards it has. This is set up. If you are a subscriber, if you subscribe, you're going to get double the chances of winning that if you're as opposed to not being subscribed. So remember, if you're entering the draw, I've advanced the subscriber luck modifier to ×2. So basically, you're going to get twice as many chances to win as an unsubscribed entry. So remember, subscribe to win. You don't have to be subscribed, but if you subscribe, you have a better chance of winning. So I'll say that again before we open the draw, and hopefully that encourages a few people to hit that button, which is free to do. It doesn't cost you a nickel to subscribe. Okay, it just means, and you don't even have to turn on notifications. It just means you're subscribed, and hey, boom, there we are. Brent Ferguson is here. So hey, Brent, is it okay if I show the keychains I made for you? I know I was only supposed to make you one keychain, but I got a little bit carried away, and I want to do another one for you, possibly live on the stream. Is that okay if I show them? 3 if you like. I could up that to, exactly, Rob, I could put that up to 3 times a chance for a subscriber. But I think 2 is good to start. We'll see. So, yeah. DWIT card accepted everywhere. There you go. Go for it, he says. Okay. The YouTube chat's a little bit quicker than the EveMux chat. So I'm going to keep the YouTube chat open over here so I can see. Mods get 10 times. You know what? There is an option to turn mods off. I could say, moderators, you don't get anything. No, but I would never do that. But I like the idea of that. That way you don't have to go fill out a form. That way you don't have, you know what I mean? I don't have to go get the form, download the spreadsheet. So we're going to try this way and see if it works okay. I heard a lot of good about the Nightbot draw, so we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Hey, Brent Ferguson from Texas. I know you're here, but I'm saying hi officially anyway. So, as you guys all know, I think it was 2 weeks ago, maybe more, 2 weeks, whatever. I know they're taking a while to get to you, but for future winners, it won't be so long because this was sort of a work in progress. And I used the opportunity to make Brent's keychain. Normally it's going to be one keychain, but I used the opportunity to use his to tweak my machine and play with the settings in the machine, refocus it, etc., etc. You would be fine if it turned it off for mods. Well, that's a coincidence, Andrew, because I was just going to make you a mod. Or are you a mod? You are a mod. There's a couple mods in here that probably, I don't think I should turn it off for mods. Anyways, I want to show off the keychains I made for Brent Ferguson. He has I believe it's a farm, and their farm is known as Fergrassic Park. I want to make one for you that says Fergrassic Park, and I didn't even think of that, but that's the next one that I'm going to do. So we're going to show what we did here. You can see them kind of there in the thing, but these are the 5mm clear acrylic cuts. Okay, the cutting came out beautiful, and that's what they look like. I did a square one. Okay, and for some reason I did 2 square ones. Whoops, there's another one there. Okay, and then I did some shape cut ones. Now this one was a mistake, but I'm still going to send it. I engraved on the wrong side of the acrylic. So we shape cut this one on the 5mm, and then I said, oh, I got to do it right. So this one I did engrave on the correct side of the acrylic. But I'm gonna send them all. But these turned out really nice. And yes, I still do have the little issue on the one end only now, with a little bit of crooked cutting there, and I haven't figured that out yet, and I will try and get to the bottom of that eventually. But those are the ones that I did for Brent so far, And once I get this one with the word park on it, I'm going to send it out, no problem. And I just saw something go by. Big Bad Joe, $5 for supplies. Thank you so much, Big Bad Joe. Super chat. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate y'all, and I especially appreciate when you guys, you know, everything that you donate goes directly back to supplies or whatever I need to keep these live streams going and to make any videos that I'm going to make now or in the future. So the bevel tells us it's authentic. Hey, good one, Brent. It's authentically DWIT made. If it's got the bevel, if it doesn't, you know it's not a DWIT product. Yeah. Haha. New giveaway method, Icon. Hello, yes, Icon. New giveaway method is that at about 1 hour and a bit from now, I'm going to be giving you a word to put in the stream. You don't know what that word is. You might think it's Polymaker, but it might not be Polymaker. It might be Jason. It might be easy. It might be no. Now. I pointed to the wrong one. So just wait and see. And if you're a subscriber, you've got double the chances of winning versus a non-subscriber. So if you're here, subscribe now, because when it comes time to enter the draw, you will have a better chance of winning if you are a subscriber. Yes, yes, and yes. Patent that crooked cut. I should. So anyways, speaking of the crooked cut in the machine, so I did a little bit of, between last stream and this stream, I did more and more mirror aligning. I kept these just to show you the number of times I fired that pulse while I was aligning the mirrors. And I got this thing cutting extremely well now for acrylic, and I haven't tested it on wood yet, but if I'm cutting acrylic extremely well, I'm going to cut wood extremely well. This 5mm acrylic, for instance, is cutting at 60% power, one pass, at I believe around 10 millimeters per second. Which is phenomenal. I believe it's 10, might be 8. Don't quote me on that. But the edges are extremely smooth and shiny. There's no ghosting or anything like that. So I think maybe what we'll do is we'll make up one more keychain that's proper that says for Grassic Park, and we'll cut one more keychain for Brent. Now, don't get the idea that if you win a keychain draw in the future, you're going to get 4 or 5 keychains. He just happened to be the first. He just happened to be the winner when I was making adjustments and fine tuning on that laser. So I used his as my fine tuning. They're not necessarily 100% perfect, all of them. They are. Like one of them I engraved on the wrong side, but it was more so a test to tune in this clear acrylic settings. So hey, there we go. Save your settings. Yeah, I think I did. I hope I did. Or I might have written them down. So we'll see. Hopefully I did. Not pay. Hey, Mike, never let the machines win. Not pay because no cost. Exactly. Exactly. So, anyways, let's look at making that now. And we're going to talk about a 3D project I'm working on pretty soon. I finally decided to break open this box that I have had. I'm embarrassed to say how long I've had this sitting on my shelf, but this is from those of you that know Vector Finesse. This is the Hedameme headphones from Vector Finesse. It's a kit I got a long time ago. I've got all the hardware, everything in here. Nothing's been opened. And I'm going to make some headphones. It's about time I made this kit. I've had it for so long, and I believe now I can actually, well, I believe I know I can now download the files to make that kit from printables, because I see the files right here. This is the Hedameme V2 files that I'm going to be downloading, and we're going to be putting that together on a future stream, maybe next week. I'll try and get the files all printed throughout the week, but they're all going to be printed at Apache, etc., etc. So that's something else that's coming up here on the channel. What happened? Why did that not cut back? Oh, there we go, and there we go. First time using this stupid mixer. No, it's not. I lied. So, Brian not computing right, sorry. Brain not computing right. Isn't that bordering breaking terms of use for YouTube? Pay to win. No pay. No cost to enter. No cost to enter. It's just me saying, hey, subscribers, thank you so much. You guys get a little more advantage than non-subscribers, which it should be, really, right? Like people that subscribe, people that come here more regular, people that watch me every week. And it's not that I don't like to see anybody win, but somebody just randomly finds my stream on YouTube, boom, pops in, says, hey, whoa, this guy's giving something away. I'm just going to enter, wins, and you never see him again. That's what we try to avoid, right? We try to reward those that are loyal, those that are repeat visitors, repeat customers, if you want to call it. So yeah, you're thinking membership. Yeah, exactly. No, I do have a membership for YouTube. I have a Patreon page. I don't have many members. I don't have many Patreons, and that's okay. I have people that are supporting me on a regular basis, which is great. I appreciate that very much. But I would never say, okay, only if you've given a membership will I enter you in the draw. I'll never do that. I'll never do that. But I can make it a little more advantageous for those of you who are subscribed. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and just do a quick design on this. Now, I had trouble finding this font. Okay, I know you're all going to say that, oh yeah, Jurassic Park font, it's out there, it's easy to find, it's readily available. Well, it wasn't as easy and readily available as I thought. Class clowns get half a chance. Don't tempt me, Andrew. I will do it. I will do it. Thank you so much, Icon. I appreciate all you guys too. There's a lot of good makers out there. Jerry is a great example of a ambassador to this community because he helps every channel that he's involved with. He helps every maker that he knows with and he asks nothing in return. So I super appreciate Jerry as well. So if you guys aren't subscribed to Jerry's channel, get over there and do it right now. And Jerry is more than welcome to put his link for his channel in the description. Anybody is welcome to put a link to their channel in the description if you have a channel. So go for it. Go for it. I think you're going to print Toymaker 3D Devastator. Just need to get 2 greens. My wife likes one and the kiddo likes a different green. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. You discovered Jerry because of me. Now you watch him weekly too. Awesome, David. That's great. Good to hear. I'm glad that I can spread the word about other people's channels as well. And I do as often as I can, as often as I remember. Sometimes the old brain goes crazy. So where I found this is, I'm going to see if I can find it again. I looked up Jurassic Park font, Jurassic Park font. And there was a site where you just type in your words. And let's see if I can find it. And you type in your words and it gives you artwork. Too quick, no, come on. Jurassic Park font free download, font free. I'm trying to find Jurassic Park font generator. And logo, Jurassic Park font, right here, generator. I think, was this it? Jurassic Park font. No, I don't want the word Jurassic Park. It's where you type your own word in, generate, right here. Okay, enter preview text. So I want this to say, for Grassic, so F-E-R-G-R-A-S-S-I-C, Park. Oh, a little bit of a delay. For Grassic Park, choose font. My font is Jurassic Park, okay? And I want it black. I want the font size to be your mom. They have tiny, small, medium, large, and your mom. It's oh, you can't see it because of my dumb picture. Hang on, let me move my, I can't move my picture out of the way. Oh, shoot. But one of the sizes, hang on, let me move this off to the side a bit. There we go. If I move this off to the side, stop. So for the sizes, you have small, tiny, small, medium, large, and your mom. Your mom is the biggest one. So boom, and move that up. Where's my comments? There's my comments. So your mom. So we're going to go your mom, background white. We're going to go generate. There we go. For Jurassic Park. Okay, we've got that all generated, and then we're just going to download it. And it takes a second. There we go. I saw the download happen. And we installed the PNG, FontBolt PNG. And we'll just go ahead and minimize this window here. Okay, and we'll minimize this window, and we're going to open up Lightburn. Okay, we got a new light burn window open here. I won't turn the laser on until I get ready to burn because it makes a little bit of noise in here. So now we're going to go ahead and file import. And in my downloads folder, I have font bolt. It's going to watch it open up and say your mom. No. So there we go. It imports this guy here. It's beautiful looking. It's huge. It's big. We're going to size it down in a minute here. We're going to right mouse click. We're going to go trace image, and we are going to go OK. And there we go. We have our image ready to go. I'm going to select this. I am going to go, we are going to make it a fill. Let's make it red for that part because we're going to basically fill this part as an engraving. And I'm trying to think, did I save my settings? Did I tell me I saved my settings? Material library. Why did it not save it? I have saved some library materials here. Shoot. I know I saved some materials here. Well, I hope I wrote it down somewhere because oh, maybe I have to have the laser on in order to have the library set because it's by the machine. That could very well be too. So I think for this one, I'm going to shrink this down a little bit. I'm just going to grab a ruler so I can see how big I made these other ones. So these other ones I made were, they were 100 millimeters. So I think I'm going to make this one 130. It's going to be a bit long, but there's a lot of words on it. I don't want to go too small. I think I'll go 120 millimeters. But the first thing I'm going to do is, take this and I'm going to give it an outline. And I'm going to, let's see, I'll give it a 5 millimeter. No, we'll give it maybe about a 5 millimeter, 6 millimeter outline like that. There we go. That way we have no things in between. So we'll give it an outline something like that. We'll say okay for that. Now we got to give it a hole, and I want to put a hole right sort of in the end after the word park. So I'm going, oops, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to basically zoom in over here a little bit. I'm going to go to my node editing tool. So we're going to select that outline. We'll go to our node editing tool. And basically I want to select a bunch of nodes in here, and then I just basically want to kind of delete that section. Well, not that section, come on. I want to separate that. Forgive me, I've been, I think I want to get rid of those nodes. I'm not 100% familiar with all the commands in the, no, that's not what I wanted to do. In Lightburn for the node editing. It's so different than in Illustrator. And if I delete those, there we go. I want to delete those nodes, and I'll probably delete a couple more here. Something like that. And then I just want to bring in a circle, an ellipse. I want to make an ellipse sort of on the end of here. So I come in like so. Kind of big. I'm not looking to be perfect here. Sorry, Brent, I am. I'm trying to be. I just want to make this strong enough. There we go. So that when I put a hole in there. So let's unite those. Where are we here? Here we are like that. And then I'm going to grab a circle here again, and I'm going to put a circle right about here. We're going to shift to make that circle round and control to keep it there. So we'll put about yay big, and we'll just sort of move that so we're in the center. So that looks about right. No complaints. There we go. He says no complaints. So that, if we zoom out, that's about there we go. That's a nice shape. Oops, I keep forgetting you have to hit escape after you do a tool. You have to hit escape to basically select everything. Okay, so that outline there now is going to be, as well as the circle that we did. Actually, I'm going to select the outline and the circle and unite those. So those are all one piece. So now I can select this, tell it's going on the black layer, and we're going to make that black layer a line, which is going to be a cut layer, like that. And then the overall width of this, right now we are 207 millimeters, so we're going to change that, I think I said to 120. and our ratio is locked. So there it is right there. There's 120 millimeter for Grassic Park. It almost looks like a key too, but it almost looks, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. There you go. Jerry just posted a link to his channel. Go ahead, and you guys, if you're not subscribed to Jerry, get over there and subscribe to Jerry. Does some great live streams every Saturday, and he also makes some great videos. And he is a great, he is a, he's gonna deny this, but he is a laser expert as well. Not that I'm an expert, but Jerry is good at laser. That's what she said. Okay, I'm gonna just I think I'm going to ununite those for a second. I just want to move that. We're going to ungroup those. I just want to move that over a little bit more. Not quite that much. Let's just zoom in here. I think if I hit control, it'll make it less there. I just want to move that over just a little bit more. I just want to make it strong on the end of that so that we have some good strength in there. There we go. Now, I don't mind grouping those now again. There we go. So we keep that as a group. There we go. So now let me fire up the laser and see if my presets come on. Laser is active. You're not getting there. You're a lazy expert. 3D Protofab Mike sub. Thank you so much, 3D Protofab Mike. I appreciate that. You have a better chance of winning the draw tonight now. Hey, good for you. There's a smart man right there. Okay, let's see if I can get this laser connected. It is connected. There we go. So we homed right away. Laser's connected. Now, my material library coming up. My material library is not coming up. I swear to you guys, I saved materials in there. I saved materials. I'm going to have to use my memory. I'm going to have to use my memory then. So I am positive that I was at 60% for power, and I believe I was at about 8 millimeters per second for speed. Oops, wrong way around. 8 millimeters a second. 60 millimeters is 8% power. That would work. And 60% power. Oh, you've been subbed to me for a long time. You just subbed to 3D HP. Oh, perfect. Well, thank you for subbing to Jerry as well. Oh man, shows what I know, but when I have over 2,500 subs now, I hit 2,550. No, 2,450. I'm 50 away from 2,500. I can't remember everyone. I wish I could, but I can't. So we're going to go constant power mode, and that's going to be good. We're going to have one pass for the cut. Okay, we'll do a little test before I do this. And then for the fill, I was at, that's about what I was at for the fill. Was I believe I was at 100 or 120, but I was only at 20% power. So we're going to try that. This tends to remember the last fill and the last line, last cut that I used. So, except I know I wasn't at 100% for the cut. So we're going to go ahead with that. We're going to make sure I get the right camera turned on here. And I know we're going to remember two things. We're going to open the right vent. We're going to turn the chiller on. Chiller's on. Okay, I'm going to take this material out that I've got in here. I found some random white acrylic sheets at my office I brought home to try. And we're going to grab the 5mm clear. Where'd I put it? Let's just see. It's here somewhere. Somewhere in my pile, I have 5mm acrylic. Let's move that over here. Where'd I put it? It was right here. Honestly, I cleaned up a little. That's the problem, is I cleaned up a little. There it is. I see it. There it is. 5mm clear. This is the side here. We're going to actually do, I'll do a little test cut here to make sure that it's going to cut right, and then we'll do the final product just over here. So we do have the inside the laser camera, which I will show as I am cutting. Let's go. Let's put this in here. Now you can't see anything. You can see my back, but I don't have the, oh, well, actually I could probably switch to that. Let's see what that inside camera would look like. Yeah, I guess I can leave that one on there because you can kind of see my hand working in here. So we'll move this over. So we're going to do a little test right in this area here. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out on here. And I'm just going to go ahead and, oops, control, nope, shift. All I'm doing here is I'm going to just, I'm just on here and I'm just going to take this. Just for the moment, we're going to take that right off the board. We're just going to go ahead and grab a square here and draw a little square. We're right about there is where we're at for the test cut. Okay. And that's going to be on the black layer. We're going to turn off output on this one. It's going to ignore it anyways because it's off the board. But we're going to leave this one on as a cut test, and then we're just going to do a frame. Oops. Laser, here we go. Let's switch back over here. We're going to frame it, make sure we're in the right spot. Oh, just about in the right spot. We just got to move it up a little bit and over. Oops. You know, I'm so not used to this, having to hit escape. There we go, and we're going to frame again. I'm just going to go up in a bit more because we'll just utilize as least of the material as possible. There we go. That should work. And one more frame. There we go. Okay, we're going to close the lid on this. It's going to get a bit dark. You guys won't see much like this, but hey, it's fun doing this anyways. Turn our exhaust fan on so we get nice and loud here in the studio. And let's do this cut and see what happens. Actually, I want to see if I can put that back in the kit easier, make so you can see it better. I'm going to move I want you guys to be able to see this a little better. So I'm going to move this. I'm going to do something different here. It's really cool to watch this thing cut. So I'm going to change this up a little bit. I'm going to move the test piece right up over to this portion over here. So let's see if I can get that to work over there. That way you're not staring at the end of a gantry. Okay, hang on, what happened here? Let me home it. Hang on, home. And okay, we're homed. Now I'm going to frame. Okay, we just got to move that over some. Let's frame it again. And we just got to move it up a bit. Oh, still got to go up a bit higher. Okay, I think we're almost there. Just move it up just a tad more and we're going to go ahead and do it. Frame. There we go. That'll give us an idea whether it's going to cut through at this setting. Okay, make sure we're set right. 60%, 8 millimeters per second. Okay, we're going to say start. It's going to say chiller is on, yeah. Ventilation fan is on, yeah. And propper flapper is open, yes. And it's going to start cutting. There it goes. Now, fingers crossed that piece should fall out and through a little bit. Not far, but it should fall out and through. Oh, maybe not. So let's check it. Oh, okay. That's off a fair bit. So obviously my power or speed, one of them was off. So let's try that again. See, I'm glad I did a test piece. So we can move this into the same spot. We can frame it again. Okay, so I think then if it wasn't that, then I'm going to go, maybe it was 80%. 80%. We don't want to go 100% on a CO2 laser. Okay, I've learned that. 80%, and we're going to back down to 6 millimeters a second. And I will make note of this one afterwards, I promise. Okay, let's try this again. Here we go. See if this one cuts and drops through. And let's see. It did. No, it didn't. I thought it did. Huh. I swear to you, I was cutting. Oh, Okay. We're going to do that once more. I need a dunce cap for in here. We're going to do that once more, except we're going to turn the power on the laser all the way up. I had the power on the laser turned down because I was doing some alignments. Let's go back to my original. Oh man, let's go back to my original 60% and my 8 millimeters a second, which I thought was supposed to be right. Let's go ahead and do that with the power actually turned on the laser. Let me just frame it here to make sure we're in a new spot. Oh Lord. So much going on, I'm telling you. Okay, we go up there, and I'll frame it once more. So I'll back that off. There we go. Okay, now this should work. Since you spilled the beans yesterday, you have something to tell your people. Eventually, Jerry, I will. I will, Jerry. And let's try this one and see what happens. This should work. Oh, look at the smoke even, a little more powerful. Oh man, I can't believe I did that. Oops, fire. Okay, that was a first. Did you guys see that? Wow. Oh, that didn't go through either. Oh, what the heck? Okay, we're going to slow that down a bit, but hey, that was the first time I've ever seen flames. Oh, now the other $50 question is here. Let's just have a look and see, did I actually focus this since I was doing my testing last? Let me grab my little focusing tool here. Oh no, I'm way out of focus. See, that doesn't help. Oh, too many things to remember. Okay. Hence the flames. Hoi, oi, oi. Okay. Too many things. See, this is why live streaming is good, because I can't say to you guys, oh, everything went perfect. Like, see, I'm call 911, and what's that other number? I can't say to you, oh, everything went perfect. It's like, this is real life. These are things we go through. These are things most people would edit out of their videos, but I won't edit these things out. Here we go. So we're going to try that again with the laser focused properly. And let's see if we get some fire again this time. We shouldn't. I think the fire happened because I was way out of focus. Let's see what happens here. It still may not cut through. I still may have my settings wrong, but look at that. No fire. Oh, look at that. Look at that. All right, I'll do it in here. When you have everything set right, including your focus, you get a nice, clean, beautiful cut. Look at that. Even with that DWIT 3D signature angled edge. So there was a few things I did wrong there. I didn't have my power turned up. I didn't have my laser focused. And you see what happens when you don't have it focused? You almost start a fire. Tim is for Grassic. It's for Grassic, not Fire Hassic. That's classic, Brent. That's classic. I love it. Okay, I like it. Okay, I'm confident on the engraving power, so we're going to let's just go for not Fire Grassic. Let's bring this over. Whoops. Let's bring this over into the scene. Oh, come on. Select. And we'll bring it over. And we will just find a we'll find a place on the acrylic on this one bottom part to do the cutout of that and the engrave of that. Oh, that's too funny, Brent. Okay, we can get that probably within this area here. Actually, I want you guys to be able to see it cutting, so let's turn it around. and see if I can get it to cut just up in here somewhere. It's not going to drop out fully, but that's okay. It'll still cut through on no problem. Okay, let's go ahead and, okay, the first thing, oh, the other thing I got to do here, which I forgot to do on the first one, is I've got to take this and I need to mirror this horizontally, just like that, because we're going to be engraving on the back of the piece. So let's go ahead and bring that up towards this way, and let's go ahead and frame it and see if we get in the right spot here. Let's go frame. No, we want to go up a little higher. Maybe right there. That's actually perfect. Let's try the framing once more. That should work out just dandy. Okay, we have everything in place. We are focused. We have the power up to 100% on the laser. We're only burning at 60% here. And we have our fingers out of the way. Story coming up. Louisiana Hobby Guy. Good one, Jerry. Louisiana Hobby Guy Rich. Also an expert, a true expert. Not that Jerry's not a true expert, but a true expert at lasers. Gee, you're on here. Hey, how are you? Rich, glad to see you on the channel. Glad to see me having all this fun. He says this is fun to watch. And I know your thought on these lasers, but as you know, as everybody knows, this was provided to me, and it's working pretty good right now. So I actually consulted on your videos a lot, Rich, when I was setting this up and doing the mirror alignment. So anyways, here we go. Let's get back into the inside of this thing. Let's go ahead and fire this up. Let me just make sure my settings are all correct here. They are. Okay. And let's go ahead and say start, and yes. So we'll do the engraving first. We better, oh shoot. Let's stop. You know what I didn't do? Stop, stop, stop. That's why this is so comical to watch, right? I forgot to turn on the engraving layer. The engraving, I left the engraving layer turned off. That's okay. Ooh, actually, hang on. Maybe that's a blessing. Oh, it was cutting through. Yeah, no problem. Okay. Oh, so I'm going to move up a little higher in the sheet. Ay, ay, ay. Engraving layer on. Hey, you can't get this kind of comedy anywhere else, guys, so, you know. Now I got to move this up higher. Let's see. Let's go home first. Let's home it first. We're homing it. And let's see if I can frame it and get it in the right spot. Okay, we go up a little higher. If I can, it'll be off the board. I may have to see if this works. Oh, it does let me frame off the board. No, it doesn't. Okay, so problem is I'm going to have to, let's just home this again. Brent, don't worry. It's not you causing the issues. This is me. That's why I say I need a dunce cap tonight. I miss a week of streaming and look what happens. So this is actually, as you guys know, on a K40 laser, this is much bigger than should fit in there. I can turn this around and do it on this side, but I want you guys to be able to see it. So I'm gonna take this, put this aside. I'm gonna grab, where did I put them? I'm gonna grab right under here. I have another full sheet. Oh, there we go. There we go. I have another full sheet of the 5mm acrylic. And I can cut it anywhere I damn well please on this one. So I'm going to pull off the top layer. Because I'm just engraving straight onto the acrylic. Because remember last time we tested engraving through the plastic? Doesn't work so well. So we'll put this guy in. There we go. Now we'll cut you out of around this area here somewhere. It's a good thing I found really inexpensive cast 5mm acrylic. Let's frame you up here and see where you're at. Okay, you're off just a little bit. I'm going to move you over a little bit, and let's see right about there. No, a little bit more over. Right there. That'll work. That'll work just fine. Oh, you're too... Oh, come on. No, Tim. Oh, Lord. Your viewers want to be able to see it in the camera, Tim. So don't be so selfish. So we'll move you right about there. There we go. That's looking a little bit better. So we cut out of the middle of the sheet a little bit. Who cares? It's only acrylic. There we go. That's gonna work. We like watching cable chains. Yeah, there you go. Okay, here, now we got it. Okay, my output layer is on. So just so you guys can witness this, look, I have my fill layer on and it's above my cut line. It should fill first, then it's gonna cut. We're filling at 100 speed, 20% power. We're cutting at 8 speed, 65% power. We're gonna start. We're gonna say yes. Here we go. There we go. Now we got some engraving going. There we go. Now, oh, it is firing. I can see the smoke. It's just hard to see in the reflection in the camera and all that. I think so. It's for Grassic Park. Oh my goodness. Rich? Huh. My air assist line is disconnected, Rich. Oh Lord. I was doing some mirror alignments. I had taken my whole head apart. I was cleaning the inside lens. I was cleaning everything. And I was thinking, gee, did I forget to hook anything back up? But, I don't know, as you know or don't know, the air assist that comes with this thing, I can fart with more pressure. Honestly, it's not like it's going to be missing much, but let's just see how it turns out. But yeah, I should have that hooked up because I guess a little bit of air is better than no air. But the air assist in this thing sucks. Okay, I won't say sucks because it's weak. It works, okay? Something that doesn't work sucks. This works, but it's not as much pressure as I would like to see for this machine. How's that? Yeah. You can see we're getting an engraving there. It does say for Grassic Park, not for Grassic Prac. You do not want to see a confirmation test, Brent. Farting in a laser is like farting on a lit match. Come on, you know what's going to happen there. And no, David Walton, I wish it blew. My goodness, it doesn't blow much. Okay, let's not go there. Let's not go there. I'll tell you what, guys. I have this one from my D1 Pro, which is sitting over behind me waiting to be sold. It's a 20-watt D1 Pro. This is the air assist that was on the D1 Pro. I tried it on this. This isn't much better. This doesn't blow enough, in my opinion, for this machine. The air assist I have on my S1 would probably be sufficient for it because it blows pretty good. So it does a good job blowing. I don't know why I'm saying all these things about blowing on my stream because, yeah, that would go viral. Okay, we're getting ready to do the cutting here, guys. I'm so glad I put the camera in there, and I think that was Jerry's suggestion that I put the camera in there. Good suggestion, Jerry. Here we go. Now we're going to do some cutting. But you know what? That little bit of air assist that would help if I had that hose hooked up, that little bit of air assist would have prevented that little flame up we had earlier. CPAP with a hose adapter, yeah. That's what I need. But CPAP machines are not cheap. There we go, almost finished cutting. It's not going to fall through much because I believe there is still some stuff underneath it that's preventing it from falling, but it should pop out no problem. Okay, it's done. We're going to let that fan suck as much of that poisonous air out as we can for this moment for now. And then I'm going to move a couple things out of the way here. And we'll check it out on camera. Okay, let's open her up. Yeah, it did cut, and we'll pop it out here. And I'm missing a spot. Oh no, I think it just didn't cut through. No, it did. It missed a spot. What the heck? How the heck did that happen? Here, let me put this camera on it. Doo-doo-boo-boo. Let's cut to this one. So it seemed to miss a whole spot right here, but let's see if that's just the, oh, that's just the backing or something. Anyways, we popped it out. Okay, let's pop the let's go ahead and peel the back layer off of it. And let's have a look. There we go. Let's look on the black background. There we go. Look at that. You got your hole here. Did that hole pop out? No, there we go. Let's pop that hole out. There we go. So we have the engraving for Grassic Park. We got nice clean cuts. And we have, of course, we have the typical DWIT angle cut on this because we have not yet been able to figure out why it's cutting that one edge on an angle, but it's not so bad. It's more so this edge right here. You can see how it's just got that, it's about a 10-degree angle there that I just cannot figure out. But it turned out good. So, and we didn't get any flare up on this side. Let's just wipe this side off a little bit because there is a little bit of the white dusty flare up you get from it. There we go. That is clean. And it looks good. So there you go, Brent. You've got 5 keychains on their way to you, including this final for Grassic Park one. I did, here, let me talk about that. Let me just quiet some things up here for a second. Chiller off, laser off, and exhaust fan off. I can hear myself thinking here. And there's the opening we left in the piece of material. No comments on that, please. It just happens to be a bullet shape. There we go. I did ask Monport about the angle cuts. See, but the head is square. Rich, we went through this. Where's my sample piece? I'll show you the sample piece I have here. It's a square sample piece. Where did I put it? I've done a bunch of testing on this. Well, here, I don't need the square sample piece. I can use this other keychain, for instance, for example. And this could be my lack of knowledge, but Rich, you would know a whole lot more about this than I do. But So there's a square one I cut out for him, okay? This edge is perfectly straight. I'll just see if I can see it on the camera. This edge has no angle cut on it. It's straight. This edge is straight. This edge, you can see, you can see the angle, actually you can sort of see the angle, if I get it at the right angle here. It's cut at a little bit of a angle along that edge. Sorry guys, it's hard to get this at the right angle to show you. And so it focuses. So it's cut at a little bit of an angle there, but then if you go to the opposite end, it's straight. So it's straight at the opposite end, and then this opposite end here, it's not straight. So I guess my question is, if the head's at a bit of an angle, let's just exaggerate it here. If the head's at an angle, would it not be at an angle on both sides, the same angle? So the bed is angled, it's possible. It could be the bed is angled, but here, let's go ahead and show you that. If I go back to the bed, oh yeah, sure. Lights off, let's do that. That'll brighten it up a little bit. If I put the original piece back in that came with it, because it's easier to show you with this. Okay, so basically there's our bed. And then I take, oh, where did I put it? Since I moved my workbench, I have a level. Where did I put my level? That's what I get for moving stuff. I ran a level along here. It's off by a hair, but it's not. If I could find my level. Anyways, I did run a level across it. It was off by a hair. So what I did is I brought in another piece of aluminum, and I thickened up the one side of the aluminum with some tape. Okay, and I put the aluminum down, which brought it perfectly level across this surface. Then I tested another piece, and we still had that same angle cut. Still had the same angle cut on that. So that camera is being weird. No, focus over here. There you go. So yeah, we made it level by adding the tape to the one side, so forcing it to be dead level. And I think it was only about 3 layers of the green painter's tape that I had to put on it to bring that level right up to par. And it was still doing the same thing. So yeah, bed or gantry, it's all relative. Debris under the bed, yeah. I've checked with all sorts of things. It could be the Y travel, yeah. So, but I don't want to have to get into. You know, you have the Y travel. Oh, sorry, the Y travel. I don't believe there's any way to tilt the rods on the Y. I don't believe there's any way for me to tilt the X gantry. So it's kind of basically a fixed. I look at it and I say no slight to Monport in a sense. That the fact that it's an entry-level machine. It's under $1,000 Canadian machine. I think it's under 500 US. Did I use the square to check the head against the bed? No, but I can. I have a square right here. This is one thing I do happen to know where it is. I have one of these aluminum, whatever you want to call them, squares. So let's go ahead and look. So basically I would need to check. I'm looking at the head, and at the top, okay, so the top of the head, right where it hits the top of the head, is square to the bed. I don't have a square small enough to get down to that level. Well, that's why the air assist would have been good. Oh, while I'm here, let me put the air hose on while I'm here, while I think about it. There we go, we got the air hose on now. This LED that supposedly shines where it's gonna burn, is useless. This thing moves around too easy. It's too, it doesn't really stick, but it gives you a good idea where it's gonna burn. So if I square this up, as I said, if I square this up to the top portion of the head, It is actually square, exactly square to the bed. Now the portion down below the actual, where the actual nozzle is, I'm not sure. Eyeballing it, if I were eyeballing it, I would say yes, it is square. From getting down eye level and eyeballing it. So here, let's just show you guys. If I put that down, actually, if I go this way, you can kind of see. If I put that down that way, you can see once it hits the head there, the laser, the tube, you can see that it is. That gives you kind of an angle there. You can see that it's pretty much running square with the bed right there, as far as looking at the actual tube goes. Need a gauge block under the head. You mean right under the head here. The only other block I have, it's too big. I have one of these 234. Is it called a 234 block? Which would be square. So this guy. And that doesn't quite fit under there. But again, it looks, just from eyeballing it, from pulling it out, it looks square under there. So this doesn't do me anything there. So again, it's hard. It's really hard to tell. But I say it looks, from the naked eye, it looks pretty square. As far as being on a 90-degree angle from the bed up to here, up the side of the nozzle, I'd say it looks like it's a 90-degree angle for sure. There are ways to mount a digital level to the head and move it left and right. Okay. Now this is a multi-layer cut, misaligns on lower level pass. No, this is single pass cut. To see that angle in just 5 millimeters of plastic, it would be very obvious angle on the head. Yeah, well, exactly, it would be. You would think that there'd be an obvious skew, on the head one way or the other, or sorry, this way, one way or the other. But as I say, eyeballing for the 90 degrees, it looks pretty darn accurate to me. So anyways. So yeah, I'll keep working on it. As I say, you know, that side's pretty much bang on, that side's pretty much bang on, that side's pretty much bang on, that side is a good, it's 5 degrees. Actually, hang on. I can tell you exactly how much. Not that you care, but I'm kind of curious, and I got nowhere else to be tonight. I don't know about you guys. Oh, sure, but because I've been cleaning up and getting ready to move all my wood around, I don't have I have a protractor here somewhere, but it's not handy. But yeah, I'd say that's about 5 degrees. About a 5-degree angle, between 5 and 10 degrees that it's doing it. So, but hey, it is what it is, and that's the way I'm looking at it and saying, you know, I'm living with it for what it is. So, but it has gotten better since I did do a few things. Now, I don't know if it's maybe the angle that the beam is coming out of the lens, so who knows. Is everything square, your mirror alignment is likely off. That's another thing that I was working on as far as mirror alignment goes. Where's the drawing I had? I can show you what was happening, and I fixed it somewhat. All my mirrors are aligned right to the head, right to mirror number 3. Mirror number 3, I did have to move the tube so I can hit the middle of mirror number 3. The rest of the mirrors were all in alignment in all 4 corners. But what mirror number 3 was doing, and let's see if I can find that image really quick for you. We're getting close to doing our Polymaker draw too, guys. Let me just find that image for you real quick. I think I have it handy here because I kept it on my... And I sent this to Monport as well. They said align your mirrors. And I can't tell you how many times, how many half an hours, how many minutes I've spent aligning those mirrors. right here. Okay. So what's happening, let's switch over to this guy. Okay, I took the lens tube out. So with the lens tube out, my beam is coming in into mirror 3, and it's coming out directly in the middle of the tube. Okay, so that's how it's working. When I put my lens tube in and tightened it up, I put a piece of tape at the top of the lens tube just above the mirror, or above the lens, and that's where it was hitting. It was hitting towards the back side of the lens. When I took it out again, it was hitting right in the middle. So putting this tube in somehow was doing something to force that alignment out. I took everything apart. I took this mirror off. I took everything apart from scratch. I cleaned this mirror. I made sure this mirror was in proper. I took the lens out, made sure the lens was in proper, put everything back in. I was finally able to make some minor adjustments and get it to actually fire out down the middle of the nozzle, out into the middle of the nozzle. And now it's been cutting pretty good and marking pretty good ever since. But I'm still convinced that it's not perfect. So yeah, so why, I don't know, but I even went as far as I thought, well, do I have a bad mirror? Has the mirror got some refraction? So I have this to try later. I have a new lens. I picked up a lens, okay, and I picked up 3 new mirrors. Okay, and these are from a company called MCW Laser. Okay, so I picked up a new mirror and new lenses, new mirrors, new lens. I haven't put them in yet because, as I say, I got it kind of working pretty good so far. So yeah, is it always on a y-axis? It is. Yep. Is it a chargeable feature? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So yeah. So who knows, right? Who knows? Okay, that out of the way. We got the keychain ready. We can ship the keychains now. I did get the address, so we're all good that way. We have them all here ready, all 5 of them ready to go. I just got to package them up. We are going to do a draw again, not today, but probably middle of the month. Oh, we are the middle of the month. My gosh. Probably do it next week. We'll do a draw for another 5mm acrylic keychain. You will get one. Brent's just the lucky guy because number 1, I screwed up on the name of his keychain, so he's going to get all my screw ups as well as my test ones. So, and he gets his final one. Monport is known for the cheapest parts in the industry. Yes, and that's sort of what I was in the middle of saying there, Rich, and I agree. But this is an entry-level laser, entry-level K40 laser. You can get the bare laser. I believe you can get it down as low as $500 Canadian. I'm a firm believer in you get what you pay for. But for me, yes, they did send me this laser, but for me, even to purchase a CO2 laser for that price, I wouldn't expect a lot. And it's a great entry level to teach me the basics of CO2 lasers. Now, one of the basics it doesn't tell you, and one of the things I should caution people about, I'm the same Tim, it doesn't matter, but I'm constantly spending money to fix it. It's just the way the makers are. That's true. But for an entry-level laser, for something to teach me about CO2 lasers, and now I say, oh yeah, I like them, I like what they do, I would then step up to the next level, which is a 60 watt or an 80 watt. You got the bigger tube. So, because on this laser, I've had to change the tube because it came with a broken tube. I've had to change the tube. I've had to align the mirrors. I've had to clean the mirrors. I've had to clean the head. I've had to take the head out, disassemble the whole head, put the whole head back together. I'm pretty sure I would be okay now and comfortable with handling a 60 or an 80 watt laser, one of the bigger ones. I'm confident I would be happy with handling that. You know, we got the chiller hooked up. We had to deal with all sorts of different things there. So it doesn't matter, Ranch Kid, front or back. It doesn't matter. So anyways, and the other thing you learn, and this is something I revealed on Jerry's stream yesterday, but I can attest to you guys that it's all healed now. See that? You don't see any marks or scars. Okay. When you are operating one of these lasers, do not operate these when you're tired. Okay, this is something that I normally wouldn't tell people. People think, oh, you're such an idiot because you did this, you don't know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. When you come and you operate these things tired, I was doing some alignments. I was doing some alignments on the head here. And so, you know, you're on the head, you're putting tape on here, you're on low power, you're firing your button. This laser has the feature of, I'm not going to call it a feature. This laser has the mistake of that you can do your testing, your testing of your mirror alignment, and you can fire your laser at any power with the lid open. You cannot burn or you cannot run a job without the lid open. We have a safety switch here, okay? So when you operate it tired, what tends to happen is, you know, this could happen. If this happened to a friend of mine, a buddy of mine, he was doing some stuff around the mirror here, and he had his finger on here while he was making an adjustment over here, not even thinking. And as he pulled his hand away, he pushed the button. The pinky didn't quite get out of the way, and the pinky got cauterized. The pinky got cauterized. He does have a picture of it, but we won't show anything too gruesome. But the beauty of it is, and I'm going to say the positive point of it is, it was only down around 10% power because it was on low power for firing just to burn the tape. And just something I never knew, when you get burned by a CO2 laser, even at that low power, it cauterizes it automatically, instantly. Boom, it was a cauterized burn. It was really cool. And yeah, it was an ouch. It was an ouch moment, and it burned for the longest time. For hours afterwards, it was burning. It healed finally, and yeah. So lesson learned: in the future, just to be safe, they should not allow firing of any kind with this button not activated. You should have to lower the lid, fire your pulse, open the lid, and check it. And if that's too much work, and if that's too much work for being safe, then you don't deserve to have this laser. I made a dumb mistake. I was tired. And also never have your finger near this button while one of your hands is in, or both of your, okay, you couldn't have your finger near there if both your hands are in here anyways. Never have your finger near this button when one of your hands is in near the laser. So a few different lessons to be learned there. Okay, so yeah, now you have no fingerprints and I can do a crime. No, it smelled like burned skin. I imagine it smelled something like burned leather or something, but yeah. I had a pic of it. I don't know if I kept the pic. It's not gruesome at all. It's actually quite an interesting looking looking burn, but I don't know. I don't think I kept it, in all honesty. I did take a picture of it for prosperity and for, you know, memories and all that stuff, but honestly, I don't think I kept a picture of it. So not that you want to see a picture of a burnt thumb, a burnt pinky, but yeah, I didn't. So anyways, that's just my lesson learned. All CO2 lasers can fire a pulse with the door switch open. Yeah. And so, of course, and it's a convenience thing, right? But the trick is, again, no hand near that fire button when there's a hand in around the laser, anywhere in there, or close the lid to fire the button. That's the lessons learned. So, but hey, new to this, it happened. I'm saying it out there as a caution to anybody that may watch this that gets one, that's never had one before. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Could have been worse. Imagine if I had the power up high 100% and I did that. No, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't be talking about it. I'd probably still be healing from it if I had that laser up at 100%. So install a button lid. That would work too. Don't accidentally push the test fire button with your nose when both hands are in the machine. True, let's not do that. So, okay, well, moving on. So we cut that, we designed and cut that keychain really quick. Shows you how quick that is. I want to thank a couple people actually, just because I want to thank Russ, my buddy Russ Gare, that's on here a lot, and you too, Richard, because between you and Russ, I watch a lot of your videos. You are my go-to guy. The pulse is wired to a PS to pass all safety devices. Okay. You, Rich, and Russ are pretty much my go-to guys. You're my go-to guy to watch videos on Lightburn. And I've been very rusty on Lightburn. I hadn't used it for a couple of years. And so I watched some of your videos to catch me up on it because there's some of the newer videos on the newer features on Lightburn. And then Russ gets on with me on a live and goes over some Lightburn tutorials with me and tricks with me. And I feel really good with Lightburn right now. So thank you guys very much. Andrew Humphrey, $10. Wow. An honest man will always admit to his mistakes, the reasons we enjoy your channel. Thank you so much, Andrew. Super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Wow, I appreciate it. I'm always honest. That's the one reason I think I like doing my live streams, is because if I screw up on a live stream, it is what it is. It's real. If I was doing a video and something like that happened, you know, some people doing a video may be tempted to cut it out and say, edit and say, no, I don't want people to think I'm a screw up. Well, I'm human. I make mistakes. I was tired. And I shouldn't have been working on the machine when I was that tired. I was actually sleepy. It's like, you know, try to keep myself awake, and that's a mistake. That's like driving when you're tired. It's almost like being impaired, right? So don't do it. Don't do it. So, okay. That said, let's do a draw. Let's win some Polymaker Filament. Hey, there's Russ. Speak of the devil, you're a fast learner. Thanks so much, Russ. Yeah, Russ, you're a great teacher too, by the way. Oh, I should show you guys what I did make. One of Russ's designs, and he sent me one of them, and then I made one of them myself, and we did some lights, and you'll see some of Russ's lights. You'll see one of Russ's lights showing off on Jerry's channel, but these are a couple of the ones that I made from his lights. So I made one for a customer on the top, which is Borger Construction, and Russ had sent me the file for the light for Ethan down below. And they both turned out really, really well. I enjoyed them. And the top one's done out of black wood. So yeah, very, very cool. So Russ, you need a YouTube channel. That's all I can say. Get on there. You would be so busy. You'd be so busy. So, you know you're hungry when I read that was a burger. Okay, how do you enter? You enter by doing something I'm going to tell you to do in a minute. Okay, guys, we're going to do the draw. And I'm going to just talk to you about a couple things here. So, where's the window with the draw? There it is right here. So, oh, look at that. Did you guess Jerry? Jerry's a smart guy. I want anybody who wants to enter to win some Polymaker, go ahead and put the word Polymaker in chat. Just type out Polymaker and you're going to see your name appear on the left of the list of possible winners. Okay? One thing I will say, if you're subscribed to my channel, you have an advantage. Look at all the names going in already. If you were subscribed to my channel, another GC, I would just do it all lowercase or all, don't put any capitals on it, just all lowercase Polymaker. It's okay if you want to retype it, all lowercase Polymaker. I believe it is. Let me check my Word. Copy eligible giveaway options. Yeah, just all lowercase Polymaker. Okay. And if you look here, if you're a subscriber to my channel, look at this. You have twice the chance of winning as a non-subscriber. If you're not subscribed to the channel, this is the time to get over there and subscribe to the channel, because my subscribers have 2 times more chances of winning than my non-subscribers. So it costs you nothing to subscribe. I don't bug you. I don't spam you with mail. I don't do anything. If you do have notifications set, you'll just get notified whenever I post anything or whenever I'm going live on my Sunday streams. You can turn notifications off so you never hear from me again, but at least you'll stay subscribed. So, you know, you don't have to be a subscriber to win tonight, but you do have double the chances of winning if you are a subscriber. So there we go. So we have 43 people watching. We have 34 entries, 34. Keyword spam, keyword spam, keyword spam. So I'm just looking and seeing, because what's happening if you type in the keyword too many times, it says, oh my God, you're spamming. Oh, thank you so much, Andrew Humphrey. Andrew Humphrey has gifted 5 DWIT 3D and laser memberships. Thank you so much, Andrew. That's very appreciative. Where is the post? Where did I find? There it is, right there. Thank you so much, Andrew. Looks like Nick received a gift membership. Tintalon received a gift membership. Big Bad Joe and Andrew Humphrey received a gift membership. And Birdman Anyweather received a gift membership. Thank you very much. That's so nice of you, Andrew. So anybody that was spammed, I'm going to add you back in. Hang on a minute. I want to make sure if you entered it 3 times. So I have to do I'm going to. So if you see your name up here as spammed, so Greenbeard, another CG. This is my first time using this, so I want to make sure. There is a way to turn the spam thing off. So hang on 1 second. Let me give away options. Oh, there it is right there. We don't want to remove spammers in this case. Done. And everybody gets back in. So you're all okay. And look at this. Birdman Anyweather, Nick, you get special stars. Andrew Humphrey gets a special, oh, he's a moderator. What's a star mean? You're a member. Oh, you guys, look at that. It shows members as stars, moderators with pencils. This is awesome. So 34 entries, 44 people watching. We're going to give you guys a few more seconds. Anybody just joining us, type the word Polymaker in chat, and you'll be entered to win some Polymaker Filament. That wasn't intentional. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm missing some of the chat. What's the green check mark? The green check mark means you're subscribed. Means you're in. So for instance, if I said, oh, what's going on here? Oh, what happened? Oh man. Okay, everybody type the word Polymaker again. I'm sorry, something happened. I clicked a button I shouldn't have. Everybody type the word Polymaker again. We should have 35 or more entries. Do it again. Do it again. Thank you. Sorry about that. I hit a wrong button and I went back and I canceled all those entries. Do it again. Polymaker, do it again. You got to be here to win anyways, so what the heck? This way you're guaranteed to be, and you're going to see your name in this list. Okay, 25. We have more than that, so come on, Polymaker. We're not going to go till we at least get the 35 that were there. There we go. Keep typing. Polymaker. He pressed the purge button. I'm new. This is the first time using this draw thing here, so forgive me. It's been one of those type of nights, right? Those of you who heard it from the beginning know what I mean. 32 entries. There we go. 32 entries. Let's go. Anybody else not entered? 32 entries. We had 34 at one point. 33 entries. Anybody else? And remember, if you are a subscriber, you have double the chances of winning. Okay, 33 entries. 33 entries. We're going to give it until 6:39. It's 6:37 on my clock. I'm going to give it till 6:39. But I think we're going to be, do you see me? Do I see Timor 17? Let's see. I do see you, Timor, right there. I see you. Do you see me? Someone rage quitted. Probably. Okay, we'll just give it another 30 seconds or so. Last chance. If you're on, you're hearing this, just type Polymaker in. It does work. Of course it works. There's 34 entries. Steve L3D is the last one to enter. Polly wants a cracker. Let's see if that works for you. Now, I don't know how it's going to do. I just have to click choose a winner, and it's going to randomly, hopefully it's random, pick a winner. Okay? We have 45 people watching. 45 people watching. We have 34 entrants. So we have 11 people that haven't entered. That could be because they know they don't qualify to win, etc., etc. So I know there are a few Polymaker partners that watch my channel and they don't enter, which is good. Random. Yeah, I wonder. Well, again, Nightbot, I did read, said it was random. So here we go. There's no way for me to shuffle these. Okay, but I could if I wanted to, for instance, like another GC says random. I could go, well, you know what? You're out of the draw. You're out of the... No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Only 25 likes? Well, there, everybody's out of the draw then. You guys are all out of the draw. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's do this. We got 34 entries, and I don't even know. I don't know if it spins it. I don't know if it's just going to pop up a name. I don't know. This is my first time doing it. So let's do it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's choose a winner. The Ranch Kid. The Ranch Kid is the winner. Woohoo! Ranch Kid, say hello. Say something. You are the winner, Ranch Kid. Congratulations. That was pretty random, actually, to be honest with you. That was very random. And I know you're pretty... Congratulations, Ranch Kid. You won the giveaway. Say something, Ranch Kid. You might have entered. You might have typed Polymaker, but you might have then said, type Polymaker and said, okay, that's it. I'm going. Done. I've entered. Ranch Kid. Hey, he won. There he is. Ranch Kid won. So Ranch Kid, what I need you to do for me, please, and I'm going to send you your information, is email me, because I don't collect email addresses anymore. Email me at DWIT3dcanada@gmail.com, and I just need your email address, Ranch Kid, and I will send you your information you need to collect your prize. Let's see if I can pull a Jerry here. See if I can pull a Jerry here. Give me a second. I'm just trying something here, but I actually don't want everybody to see what I'm doing. Give me 1 second. Oh, helps if I can type, right? I'm going to see what I can do here. There. 1. And that. I may be able to give you your prize right away if you email me, Ranch Kid. See you later, Andrew Humphrey. Got to walk your doog. Walk your doog. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it, and thank you for your donations. I appreciate that very much, more than you know. Last 4 social security, zip code, and one-time password is all that's needed. There we go. That's right. That is correct. That's all you need to give me, is all that pertinent private information. I don't know if that'll come in right away, but sometimes there's a bit of a delay, but we'll see. But meantime and in between time. So I've enjoyed this stream. This was fun. We had a few issues up front with me and the laser, but it's nothing to do with the laser. It's me forgetting to focus it, forgetting to turn the power up, anyways, it's good. But we did successfully do what we successfully did. So what do you guys want to see me do? Do you guys? I've got some more projects I got to burn on the S1. We're doing that big wall art thing, so we got to do some of that stuff on the S1. Here we go. Let's just see what we got here. Is that you? Did you email me, Ranch Kid? Did you send the email already? I think you did. I think that's you. There you go. You did. Oh, that is you then. Okay, cool. So give me a second. Give me 1 moment. If I do that, and I do that, and I do that, and I do that, and I do that. There we go. And send. Your prize information is on the way. Look at that. I pulled a Jerry. I did it while we were live on stream. You've got your prize on its way to you right now. You'll have a link and a code. You will get $35 US off a gift card in polymaker.com, or you get $45 Canadian at ca.polymaker.com. There we go. Instant gratification. I like that. I like doing that better. I think what I can do probably in the future is I can get the code in advance, so I have the code, and then I just got to email the code. I'm not sure, but I got to check. But we'll see. But hey, it's my first time doing that, so perfect. You should have that email by now. You can order your filament right now. Right now. Order some of this TPU 95HF. My goodness, it's good. You can hit it with a hammer. You can use it as a weapon. I would not want to get hit with this. That's a good ½ kilogram of filament right there. Right there. For those of you that weren't here earlier in the stream, we took a customer's job and we did this. And we did that. We made, oh, I got an itchy nose. We made a product. Yes, get it the morning of. Oh, okay, cool. So you can get the code in advance. Oh, that's even better. That way I have the code, everything ready. Boom, just fire it off. That is perfect. That is perfect. Good to know. So I'll do that from now on. That just saves a lot of hassle. I don't forget the next day if I get too busy. It's nice to do instant gratification. So perfect, perfect. So what do you guys want to see me do in the next week or two, in the next couple of streams? How hard was that cylinder to print? Not hard. If meanwhile you guys think of maybe what you want to see me do, because otherwise I just do random things like this. This was easy to print. It was about 17 hours. Okay. And the reason it was 17 hours is it's solid. There's no infill anywhere in this. It's solid TPU. I had a little bit of stringing issues inside. Not a big deal. I'll put up with the stringing any day. I could have tweaked my settings, I suppose. You know, but it was real easy to print. It came off cleanly. As I showed earlier in the stream, I can hit, which is what is being done with this in practical use. It's being hit really hard with a hammer. I can hit the side with a hammer. Nothing, I don't want to hit up top here too hard because this part doesn't get impacted. It's just down below. I can hit it down here really hard with a hammer. Not a mark, not a scratch, nothing on this end, nothing. It doesn't leave a mark or a scratch. This stuff is stupid rock hard when it's printed solid, which this has to be. And then there's no breakage, even though I'm bending this across the layer lines. We're not breaking at all. So versus my prototype, which was just printed for sizing and scalability, make sure I had everything right. For the prototype, I'll do this on stream, it doesn't matter. For the prototype, if I bend this slightly, real easy to break, okay? Which we don't want to have happen, because as this is being used, these things will expand out. So that we don't want that to happen. And so that will not happen with this TPU one. And as I said earlier, I never would have gone to this material had I not talked and had that video chat with Nick from Polymaker. We went through what the piece was being used for, what the best material would be, and he recommended TPU 95 HF. And I said, really? He said, yeah, and this has great layer adhesion, everything. It's great. It is awesome. So yeah, it's awesome. So we still got 10 minutes left. If anybody wants to hang out, I know we lost a few people since we did the draw. We're down to 36 from 44. I thank anybody who did subscribe for entering that draw, and we're going to do that each and every week. If you are a subscriber, you get a little bit of an advantage, because I think you should, because you've made a commitment to my channel, and I appreciate that. I am creeping up on 2,500 subscribers. I'm 50 away, so I want to hit that magic 25, and then we're going to go for the 5,000, and then we're going to go for our 1 million. Yeah, right. Dreamer, you silly little dreamer. Anyways, so give you more filament. That's what you want to see me do next, is give you more filament. Hey, okay. We are working on, I'll show you what I am working on the side, and I'm going to be putting some of the assembly together on stream. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be printing and making the Hedameme headphones. Okay. How about back to 3D printing for a change? Yeah, we could do that, Charlie, for sure. Well, we're going to be working on the Hedameme headphones, which is going to be a 3D printed project that we're going to assemble. I do have a bunch. What is that camera? That's weird. I do have a bunch of 3D printing projects from the bamboo collection that I want to be doing. What else am I going to be 3D printing? I'm going to be 3D printing a part, a functional part that I have to do for a customer. When you get 1 million subs, you'll be giving away a new car. Hey, that's a great idea, Jerry. That's a really, you'd be able to afford to give away a new car at 1,000,000 subs for sure. So, but yeah, Charlie 3D, you had a good point. I've been wondering because the last bunch of streams have been laser related. I do want to get back to 3D. We're going to go back and forth and bounce between the two. There's going to be times when there's going to be combination 3D and laser. So TJ Timor 714, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Really do appreciate that. Thank you. Car that was new 25 years ago. He says, yeah. What other 3D projects do I have that I want to be working on? The thing that I don't want to do is I don't want to 3D print just for the sake of 3D printing. I want to 3D print practical products. So it's not like I'm going to sit here and say, okay, let's print a dragon, let's print a whatever, unless I'm testing new filaments. I do have some filaments that are not new, but they're new to me that I have to test yet, like the HTPLA from Polymaker. I have a few of the higher temperature ones I want to test. Unfortunately, I can't go above 300 degrees for my nozzle, so I am limited as to which higher temperature filaments I can test. But I want to keep the printing, if possible, to practical prints. Whether it's printing things that are going to make my life a little more organized here. There are a few prints that I have found that I want to use for organization at the office, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah. And the thing with printing live stream is you basically, if you're going to start a print and finish a print on a live stream, I have basically 2 hours to do the print. But ideally, it's something that I have to assemble, and I'm going to pre-print whatever I do. Like for these headphones we're doing, I'll probably pre-print the pieces, which will be in PETG. And then we would do the assembly of the product live on stream. So versus when I do the laser stuff, laser is almost instant gratification because you can design, cut, and have a finished product within a matter of 15 minutes versus a matter of waiting for a 3D print to go. So, but yeah, I do definitely want to do more of a variety and get more back and forth. We were just on a laser kick because we just decided to add the whole laser world to the channel now, hence the name of the channel, hence the name change of the channel to 3D and laser, DWIT 3D and laser. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So I've just been battering on and nobody's talking about anything except cars. So what else do you guys want to see me do though? Like, is there a specific project you'd like me to work on that could be a practical print? I have a laser project I have to work on for a customer. He has their 4x6 calendar cards and he needs a stand. He wants a stand made out of wood to stand these cards on people's desks that will look classy. Doing animatronic, that involves a lot of electronics, Brent. Animatronic person. So you want me to have an animatronic guest sitting next to me. I do want to do a life-size dummy 13. I've said that before on my stream and I really want to get around to doing a life-size dummy 13. I have enough filament to do it. So for sure, that's something to do. Ideally, I'd like to have these printers running during my stream doing something. Something practical though. Just move the arms around. Oh, I see what you're saying. Do an animatronic where I have to move the arms and position it. Well, that's what I could do that with a dummy 13 for sure too. So, yeah. Halloween holiday ideas. Yeah. Well, Maria, my lovely wife, has an idea for me for Halloween. I'm going to be looking into the files and looking up something like that and doing some Halloween printing pretty soon here as well. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are doing stream for your business, showing your process unless it's secret stuff. No, nothing at all secret at my business. Streaming from my business may not be a bad idea if people are interested in that. I often thought of making a separate channel to do live streams from the business for the printing and sign industry. Because really what I do here sort of overlaps into the sign industry in the sense with the laser engraving. That can overlap into the sign business portion of my business, not in a large scale, but in a scale that'll fit the equipment I have here. So absolutely. Yeah, I've thought of that, Jerry. But there are these impractical projects that I do want to do that I've had for a while. And we'll pick one of these maybe in the next week or two because I have the engine model component kit from bamboo. I have the Marble Run component kit, and I have the triple axis Turbulon motor kit, Turbulon model components kit, if you want to call it that. These look pretty interesting, like interesting kits to make. I have a few kits to make. I have a phone charger kit from them, an A1 model phone charger kit. Let's see. Yeah, an A1 charger. So it's the wireless charging kit, which is basically a model of the A1 Mini, which looks like that. So it's just printing the parts and assembling this kit. That is the engine model components kit. And there's the Marble Run components kit. And then there is the, the triple axis Tourabilion model components kit. So those are a few things that I have that I could be working on as well. All 3D related as well. So anyways, not that anybody wants to see them, but they're ones that I have and that I have to get to. What else do I have that I'm working on over here? There's always something going on in here. But as I say, I have the one laser project that I've been doing, which I'm going to do most of the cutting offline. Let me find that. Let me find this model for those that haven't seen it that I'm working on. Oops, that's the wrong site. I want the Patreon site. Here we go. It's this thing right here, this one here, and this one. Okay, so this is the project I'm working on right now, is one of these. There's a lot of components into building this. Basically, it's a really, really cool, I guess if you want to call it a wall mural, whatever, but a live mural that runs basically on the weight. You can put a weight on the bottom. They use a water bottle. And it's almost perpetual motion type thing, and it's really mesmerizing to watch. So I'm working on this thing as well. So I have all the parts for that. Whoops, I have all the parts for that right now, including the bolts and some of the assembly stuff, but I've got to cut out more of the pieces. So I'll be doing most of the cutting offline, and I will be assembling, for the most part, I'll be assembling that on a live stream as well. So that's kind of cool to do too. And then, you know, I think for the weight, I'm going to incorporate something 3D printed for the weight that it uses. So I want to eventually incorporate laser and 3D. So because I think that they can work in coherence. Is that the word? In coherence with each other. I think that's a good mixture. You want to see me do the Eiffel Tower on the laser. I have a long time ago, I had purchased your Eiffel Tower model, Richard. We're speaking 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Back when I had an old Ortour 5 watt, or it was a 2.5 watt old style laser, the old gantry style laser. I had, at the time, I had no air assist. I bought your Eiffel Tower model. I attempted to cut it. I got burns, I got flames, I got everything. I didn't have a laser good enough to do that. I figured it wasn't good enough to do it, so I gave up. I now have the XTool S1, which is an excellent laser, which would do that model justice. So I'm going to see if I can find that file that I got off you a while back. And if I can find it, or I'll just buy it off you again, it doesn't matter. But I will do another one. I would like to do that Eiffel Tower model. That was awesome. Who did I see that did one that was massively tall? But I don't think I'll do that big, but I will do one that'll fit on my laser here. So yeah, I will do that. So that's one thing I do want to get to doing. So if you want to see me do the Eiffel Tower, Richard, I'll do it for you. For you. Anyways. There's a lot of cool things that can be done, and my channel's become more of a maker channel. I'm kind of done with the days of building the printers. I think maybe down the road I'll do some more. It just depends, but I'm not in the mindset of buying any more printers for the foreseeable future. I got to use what I've got. So. Oh, that was it, Klondike, that did a huge one. That's right, Jerry. He did like we're speaking probably, what, 4 foot tall or something, Eiffel Tower. Oh, it was beautiful. So, but that'd be a great piece to show. So that's what we'll do. Anyways, guys, listen, I don't want to go on and on here, but I want to say thank you to everybody tonight for being here. Congratulations again. I'm just, I'm terrible at remembering things. It was, oh, it's even gone. Anyways, that's right, Ranch Kid. Congratulations, Ranch Kid, for winning the draw. Wiki Center, you're late. You were out patching a roof again. Well, we're just finishing. There we go. But that's okay. You're here. If you give me a here and a like, we're good. Ranch Kid, thank you. Congratulations on winning that. Thank you, everybody, for the donations that you guys gave me, for the memberships, Andrew. That was really nice. Thank you so much. And there we go. I'm just reading the comments as I go here, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been here, and you guys that have all supported me for all this time and everything. So again, I'll be back next week. We don't know what we're going to doing. That's the beauty of it is that it's a surprise every week. Next week, we'll try and get some 3D stuff. If I can get the headphone things printed this week, we'll work on assembling those headphones this week. So everybody have a great week, and we will talk to you guys later. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate y'all. Take care.